What are you doing locked in here?
I'm enjoying some well-earned rest. I work as a security guard at the city museum, so situations like this don't come around that often. Luckily, Ralph, my cousin, hates Halloween and offered to cover for me.
A security guard for the museum is really necessary on Halloween night?
That's what I told the union. But do you think they listen? Anyway, take this. To repay the favor of the bubble bath. It's a bit wet.
I don't even want to know where you kept it.
The museum is closed to the public, but you can enter with this pass if you find yourself in that area. If you go, let me know if that midget has everything under control.
Oh no, I've seen what happens in jail. Well, it's water resistant for sure.
What do you want?
Do you like being a night watchman?
I'm filling in for my cousin, just for tonight.
Yes, he told me.
So you probably know I accepted
What kind of childhood trauma?
Once a guy slammed a giant. It took 4 days before.
Maybe that chair is a bit too high for you.
And to think it was the small.
I suppose you needed
At least I can.
What about that heart rate monitor?
I'm a heart patient.
Maybe if you didn't...
That's easy for you to say.
Small, chubby, and a heart patient. Is there anything else?
Your sarcasm leaves me. You have the reigning national.
Nobody and nothing.
Show me then.
From the look of things, the pumpkin shape on your...
Ugh! The pain it causes me to talk of that.
Quick! Emergency in the Egyptian...
The mummies must have woken up to mock your ugly costume.
Your name is the worst that I ever knew.
I wouldn't say that to Wreck-It Ralph if I were you.
You will never be half the guard your cousin is, that's for sure.
That's more.
In my excitement of Star Wars...
Ugh, my asthma.
All that coffee will...
It gives me the energy.
Perhaps your heart has been...
Just my luck he'd...
Behind you! An aortic dissection! You have serious problems.
You'd better be worried about your osteoporosis.
You're too tense. It isn't good for your health.
Said the guy whose carcass...
Your Netflix subscription has been hacked. Don't you get bored looking at those screens so madly?
A little, but your parents left the porn industry, sadly.
Do your parents have full-sized kids too?
Attacking my height.
You'll end up with bad posture.
Anything's better than the sight of your ugly face. I thought you were better than...
Maybe that chair is a bit too high for you.
And to think it was the smallest one
I suppose you needed a ladder.
At least I can eat...
This time I'm sure I can do this.
Be my guest, newbie.
You will never be half the...
That's more than I can endure.
From the look of things, the pumpkin shape on your skull is still visible.
The...
I've never seen someone with a tummy so large.
Still better than having just bones and cartilage.
Don't you get bored looking at those screens so madly?
A little, but your parents left the...
Perhaps your heart has been pierced by Cupid's arrow. Your Netflix subscription has been hacked.
I'd rather...
You're too tense. It isn't good for your health to do all that plotting.
Said the guy who...
Your name is the worst that I ever knew.
I wouldn't say that to...
All that coffee will kill you. Be careful with it.
It gives me the energy to insult till you quit.
In my excitement of Star Wars The Phantom Menace, I couldn't stay in my...
My asthma...
You'll end up with bad posture if you stay...
Anything's better than the sight of your ugly face.
Do your parents have full...
Attacking my height. I thought you were better than this.
What about that heart rate?
I'm a heart patient. I need it to check my pulse.
Maybe if you didn't drink so much coffee...
That's easy for you.
Your cousin wanted to know if it was all okay.
Yeah, right. I have so many What is he afraid of? The Anubis?
This time, I'm sure I can do this.
Be my guest, newbie.
You will never be half the guard your cousin is, that's for sure.
That's more than I can endure.
From the look of things, the pumpkin shape on...
The penis...
In my excitement of Star Wars...
my...
Perhaps your heart has been pierced by Cupid's arrow. Everything's fine in the... The soldiers are still... The Drakkar sailing is...
Reasons leading to the conflict lasted for 6 years, from 1939 to 1945. The parties involved and battlegrounds fought were numerous too. After all, they called it a world war for a good reason. Therefore, what we propose...
Funny.
I got a D in history in junior high.
I have a letter from Mr.
What a sweet little wrapped fluffy. Yes, I think I'll accept his proposal. Let's just skip the small talk and the engagement ring. I have no time to waste. Did you bring the wedding rings?
I have the wedding rings with me, my queen.
What are you standing there for? Find us a priest to perform our wedding ceremony.
Actually, I think I've already done more than enough.
It's an order! We're having the ceremony over at the meteor at the Roswell Lake. What a romantic place. Now go. I have to get ready.